guys, it's me, Laura, a Crocheting Whovian. How y'all doing tonight? It's Thursday. It's about 2 weeks since I last podcasted, which I'm trying to keep it at. I'm trying to keep it at every 2 weeks, so be a bi-weekly podcast. And I hope to keep it that way, but with everything that's going, I don't know. We all know what I've been going through. It's been a weird couple of days. I was arguing with one of my friends because I didn't want to go to urgent care, and I ended up having to go to urgent care. I have pneumonia, and actually I have pleurisy, which is a form of pneumonia, but I've been dealing with that for the last couple of days, not being able to breathe and all that, and after help carting my mom back and forth, I needed to take some me time, so that's why it's on a Thursday instead of a Wednesday, but I'm sure you all understand that. I don't have very many whips. I don't have, it's been hard with the pneumonia and all that, so I've just been laying low and reading. I've been doing a lot of reading, and matter of fact, where's the book I've been reading? Oh, gosh. Here it is. I'm going to show you some of the books I've gotten later on, but, yeah. I'm putting it right down on the floor. Sorry, it's hard for me to breathe. I'll be excuse me, gasping for air a little bit. It's not that I don't have oxygen. I have plenty of oxygen. It just feels like my lungs aren't filling up, which they are if you think about it, but yeah. Okay. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty because I have to, take my time with this. I can't be my normal happy, punchy, hyper self. I'm going to be hyper, just not talk super New York-y fast. Okay, let's just move it along. Let's go into the announcements. The first announcement is the cows. The first cow I have is the Tortoise versus Hare, which has another month left of it. It's the second annual Tortoise versus Hare, the rematch. Basically, knit or crocheted turtle or knit or crocheted bunny. Now, turtles better win. That's all I gotta say. I am not going down this year. Last year they won. This year they better win too. But seriously, it's co-hosted. It's my brainchild, but I had asked, as always, Pinhook and Needles to co-host because the featured patterns are technically, though there are added ones on, technically it's Timmy the Timid Turtle and Oops the Bunny. But since the original Cal started, we have a few new ones that joined the family, and that's Biddy the Bashful Baby Turtle, Tara the Sea Turtle, and Valeria the Dutch Bunny. They're all Franciscan Gypsy Designs patterns. If you have not checked out these patterns, I highly recommend it because, as you could see, they're my go-to turtle patterns. There's Biddy, and there's Timmy, and that's the very first Timmy I ever made. Right there. Sorry. My mind went blank. But, yeah. So the rules are basic. 1 whip per project per week. 1 FO whenever you finish it. If it's a Franciscan Gypsy design, you have a chance at 2 chances to win 1 prize, and you just double post it. If it is a Franciscan Gypsy design made in either Lady Fernicle Creations yarn or Heidi of Undead Yarn. Wow. You get 4 chances of winning because you get double chance for Lady Fernicle and double chance for Undead Yarns. But if it's made with if any of Franciscan Gypsy Designs patterns are made with either of those yarns, you get 4 chances. However, any bunny, any turtle is allowed. There's some that are making the Susan Claudino turtle or the Susan Claudino bunny. I don't look at them because I haven't really learned how to knit a toy yet. Though I'm attempting to start one. Actually, when I'm done recording, I'm going to start mine because I have just a few FOs. So whenever I finish an FO, I usually start something new. But because I finished more than one, I'm definitely at least starting one new thing because I have plenty of whips that are in hibernation. Excuse me. But that it's being co-hosted. Obviously, I've said Pinhook and Needles, but I failed to say the second co-host, who is the brilliant and lovely B-Wing, Brittany of the Comforting Crafts group. Now, Pen Hook and Needles has a podcast. Obviously, everybody knows that. If you don't, check them out. Seriously, they're awesome. But Brittany does not have a podcast. She has a Ravelry group, but does not have a podcast. And I highly recommend checking out her group because it is very motivating, and she does a lot of charity work, and she's an awesome woman. So I highly recommend that one. Like I said, for me, I know you get 4 chances. For me, you get 4 chances if you use Italia pattern, Franciscan Gypsy design pattern. If you use Lady Fernicle Creations yarn with that, you get 4 chances. Or if you use Undead Heidi's yarn, Undead Yarns with the Franciscan, that's 4 chances. If you use Undead yarn with a different pattern, it's 2 chances. If you use Lady Fernicle Creations yarn with a different pattern, it's 2 chances to win a prize. Prizes have not been shown because I'm waiting on a couple of things. I'm making a few things, but I'm waiting on a couple of things too. I could tell you one is a Team Turtle bag. Woohoo! A skein. It's actually, I'm doing the whole kit. You're going to get the skein of Lady Fernicle Creations yarn, the Team Tortoise bag, and the stitch markers that I included in the kit. Yeah. And it's Team Turtle. I'm sorry. And I'm sorry if you've made a bunny and you win it. That's the way it goes. I have yarn, 2 skeins of yarn from Dragon Horde Yarn that were donated graciously by Tristan Molina of Dragon Horde Yarn. She's one half of the Girls in the Yarn Cafe podcast. The other half is Christy, who's her mother, who's awesome too. I love them. I love that podcast. If you have not seen that podcast, I highly recommend it. There are 2, they crack me up. The mother-daughter duo in that group, they crack me up, just like the mother-daughter duo in Pen Hook and Needles crack me up. Tristan and I share a lot of the same fandoms, so that's why I actually connected with that podcast. But again, I highly recommend that one. And another podcast I highly recommend is Knit for Brains, another mother-daughter duo. Again, like the same fandoms I do, and that's what I gravitated towards. But yes, highly recommend those. Okay, now moving along into other announcements. See, I go off on tangents all the time, guys. Sorry. Is the Easy A knit along that's happening in my group on Ravelry. It is the Easy A pattern by Lara Smoot. I tested it. I made 2 of them. I loved the pattern and decided, hey, I want to make a 3rd. Why not make a knit along? So that's what we're doing. It's a knit along, and you have until October 31st to finish the pattern. You can make as many as you want in that time frame. It's just, whatever. But again, if you make it in Lady Fernicle Creations yarn, you get a double chance, and if you make it in Undead Yarn Heidi, you get a double chance. Those are my standing rules because, yeah. Also, now I'm adding to that is if you make it with Dragon Horde Yarn, double chance. Yeah, so there's that. Then, in other, well, the rules for that is simple. 1 whip per project per week. Just my standard rules, and just have fun. The pattern is amazing. It's basically what it is, an Easy A. And listen, if I could do it, anyone can do it, It actually taught me how to do yarn overs correctly. So, hey, whatever. Whew. Okay. Now, next up is the Pen Hook and Needles Cardiac Run Along. Basic rules. Their rules are in their group. However, if you make a red Easy A, you could double dip. It's, just double dip. It's easy. Their rules are 1 whip per project per week, and I believe one of their co-hosts, I don't know both of them, I think it's Never Cast Off Podcast and Bookish Stitcher. I definitely know it's Bookish Stitcher. I am not quite sure if it's the Never Cast Off Podcast. Ladies, correct me if I'm wrong, please. I don't want to give out the wrong information. And then the next along that I was graciously asked to co-host, I don't even know if I'm speaking proper English at this point, was the Undead Whip It Good Along. That's Undead Yarn Heidi, Nitty Girl on YouTube. Another podcast I highly recommend. She asked me, I was already doing a Whip It Cal, and I just extended it into the rest of the year. It's going to December 31st. Yeah, my rules are whenever you started, it could have been 6 years from ago, 20 years ago, whenever, just work on it. And just show your progress as you work on it, especially if it's a blanket, because those are hard to visibly see. So yeah. Okay. And that's about it for announcements. The tea I'm drinking in my new David's Tea hot tea infuser, hot tea press rather, is their new tea. Their one for the fall. It's a fruit infusion tea. Wow, I can't speak English. Is a pear blossom. It's really, really good, but right now it's really, really hot and it's gonna burn my mouth again. I burnt my tongue and my lip already. I don't want to burn it again. So, nothing new happening on my end. Just dealing with the pleurisy. That's it. I go to another concert on Sunday. Luke Bryan, and the pleurisy not stopping me because it's Luke Bryan. But with that being said, why don't we drop? Oh, I can English. Why don't we jump on into the whips? Because I have a lot of acquisitions I want to show you guys too. 2 weeks again, I gather a lot. First up is the one I can't shout. It is a test knit for Heidi on Dead Yarn, and it's her Dead Easy fingering shawl. The yarn is gorgeous. The pattern is gorgeous. I have about 16 to 20 rows left of the pattern, and then it's done. Woohoo! So you can't see that. Sorry. Next up in my Harry Potter Molly Klein Designs bag is my Butterbeer shawl. The pattern is Changing Staircase by Tristan Molina, and the yarn is One Twisted Tree in the colorway 93 Diagon Alley. I haven't made that much progress on it, but I did enough. And now that I finished some other ones, this is going to be the main one I'm working on. That's where I was with my little Deathly Hallows Progress Keeper, and this is where I am now. Again, I don't have much yarn left, so I don't know how much further I'm going to go. It's going to be blocked very vigorously, though, because I am such a tight knitter, and I have actual yarn to make another one. So, there you go. That was there. I am in love with that pattern. It's going to be a pattern that I'm going to repeat, just like the Easy A is for me, and my Timmy's. Yeah, I already have one in mind that I'm going to make for Easy A when I'm done with, you'll see the yarn acquisitions for myself. The one I'm currently working on, which you're about to see right now, is a Christmas gift for someone. And in my large Silver Shed Deep Dumpling Batman bag is my Holiday Days shawl. The pattern is Easy A by Lara Smoot. The yarn is Miss Bab's colorway. Here in the colorway Peppermint Bark. I got this last Christmas. It's a Wild Iris, so that it's a non-repeatable. But I already got through the first section. Now I'm working on the second section. It's a pay-for pattern. Do not want to give most of it out, any details out, but that's what it looks like so far. And there you go. This is the right side. So where my turtle stitch marker is, see, that I made. And I am actually using the signature needles. Figured, it's a US 7. I'm such a tight knitter that I went up 2 needle sizes so I could get gauge. Theoretically, I just realized I have pigtails on. Theoretically, gauge really doesn't matter all that much with shawls, but because I am such a tight knitter, my first one came out extremely smaller than what I wanted it to be. So the second one, I went up a needle size and I loosened my tension a little bit, which it's perfect size now. But I was like, I don't want to have to consciously loosen my tension. So I went up another needle size. And it's nothing to do with the pattern. The pattern is written beautifully. We all know Lara Smoot's patterns. But it's more of a, I'm a dumpster fire and can't really knit properly. My phone keeps going off, so that's why I keep looking down. But I still don't see the hype over these needles. I don't get why everybody loves them. I like them as much as I like my Knit Pro Zings. So I am not going to spend $40 on a set of needles when I could pay $40 for a complete set of needles. So that's just me. Yeah. There you have it. Okay, and this is the yarn. Let me show you the yarn. Oh, it's coming up true to color too. But this is going to be a Christmas gift for someone. Okay. Sorry, I'm not. You guys know the drill. Next up in my Nomadic Yarns Golden Girls bag. I love this bag. I have to get more of Golden Girls bags in my life. Is my purple vein hat. The pattern is the Sockhead hat by Kelly McClure. The yarn is Miss Bab's Yummy 2-ply in the colorway Aryan. And I did quite a lot on this. And I'm using my Knit Pro Zings in a 3mm, 2.5 US. The last time we met, I only had part of the brim done. I got all of the brim done and I started the hat. Now, the pattern calls for a 4-inch brim. I don't like large brims, so I didn't want to make it that big. And I really didn't. I didn't make it that big, but, what do you call it? I made it 3 inches because I wanted it to be a little slouchy, and that's it. And this is the only time my gauge comes out. Being a tight knitter becomes beneficial is with hats, because you see such a tight, you see how tight it is? So there's that. And I love knitting this on this hat. It's such a brainless knit. Oh, I want to knit. Okay. I need a co-host so I can knit while they talk. I get jealous with all these podcasts I watch, like the Knit Girls and Grocery Girls and Penhook and Needles. They all knit while they talk, and I can't do that because I'm the only person here. I need a co-host. Someone come co-host with me. The Periscoping Sisters, too. I love them. Okay. In my Stitching Plaza Doctor Who bag, I love this bag. Thank you, Georgianne. I love this bag. Is my Doctor Who socks. Now, the pattern is the Travel Socks by Diane Lyles. Now, this is the first sock I did with zero help. So there's one mistake in it, but it's a design flaw. So I'm not going to, whatever. The yarn I'm using is Knit Picks Felici in the worsted weight in their colorway Time Traveler. Now, I did the cuff, the heel flap, turn, and gusset all on my own. The last one I'm doing that I haven't worked on, well, I did, but not enough to notice. I had help with it. And because it was the first time doing a heel turn and heel flap, heel turn, heel, and gusset, I had a lot of help with it. And I'm not saying it was bad help. It was very good help. But I wanted to prove to myself that I could do it on my own. And I knew I didn't want to test it on fingering because fingering is very hard for me in a sock to take back. So I decided let's do a little with a thicker yarn. And this has nylon in it, so it could be slipper socks. But this is the one spot I messed up on. There's a bump, a pearl bump. Which to me, I wanted to rip it out and start over, but I didn't want to at the same time because it's my first sock on my own. So, yeah. So, I'm going to finish this sock, hopefully in the next 2 weeks, and I have at least one sock done. I got a new set of sides. I only had one, it's a US 5 needle, 3.75. And I only have one set of them in my Chow Goose because they don't come in my sock set. They came separately, and I bought them actually for hats. But I went on eBay and I got more of Knit Pro Zings. Here they are. So I'm going to cast on the second sock and do it in tandem style. Not Gangnam style, tandem, I think the word is. But yeah, I got 4mm and 3.75mm. This is for the toy I'm going to make. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. But I think so far, do you guys think I should frog it with that? Does it look bad? Honestly, tell me the truth. I trust you guys. But yeah, I don't know. I'm so tempted to rip it out. I don't know what to do. You guys will tell me. Like, I asked you if I should frog that shawl. I frogged it. The Spindrift. I am actually going to use that for a, that shawl. You forgot the name of it. Oh, the Waltz. Matter of fact, I'm going to frog it tonight. I'm going to cast that on tonight. And last but certainly not least, in my 2XL Silver Shed USA Frogs bag is my Summer Treats Popsicle. Ami, and the pattern is Patriotic Popsicle by Repeat Crafter Me, and I'm just using random loops and threads. It is crocheted flat, and you seam it on the side and everything. I got 2 of the colors done so far. So I got the yellow part of it on one side and the white started, and this is going to be the bottom part of the popsicle. I'm just using whatever random loops and threads I have lying around the house. I want to use them up. I use them for the Ronald McDonald House toys because they're not allergenic. You know, they don't induce allergies. So yeah, and that's it. That's it for whips. I had 6 whips this week. That's not that many, but I have 4 finished objects. The first one up is Cindy, the baby turtle, the bashful baby turtle, and she is made out of nomadic yarn. No, excuse me, fresh from the Cauldron yarns in the colorway True Colors. Cindy Lauper inspired yarn, and I had made a other toy out of it, and I used the scraps for Betty. So now I have 2 toys made out of this. But she's so cute. She says, hello, hello. Next up, you're going to see a theme, is Biddy the Bashful Baby Turtle by Franciscan Gypsy Designs. This is Landry, the Timid Turtle. Well, this one I'm keeping. This one's mine. Sorry, people. The yarn is Miss Babs Kawaii, I can't say that. The DK in the colorway MDSW 2017. Chewy's barking. I don't know why, so I'm sorry. Maryland Sheep and Wool 2017. This and this are both Shellridge Farms yarn in the colorway Green Apple and Sapphire. Now, I am keeping this one. I very seldom keep turtles. Like, you'll see the ones that I have behind me. I very seldom keep them unless they have a sentimental meaning to me. This one was the first turtle I ever made. This one was made completely out of undid yarn, Heidi's yarn, and that one is made from a Disney colorway that I specifically asked Yarn Tree UK for. So those have significant meanings for me. This one, because of where I bought it and Maryland Sheep and Wool and how much fun I had that day and the friendships I formed that day, this one's staying with me definitely. It has sentimental value on it. So there's that. Okay. Next up is my I forgot what I named the shawl. I gotta go back to my show notes. Dance Party Shawl. The pattern is the Waltz Shawl by Anna Burns, and the yarn is Dragon Horde yarn fluffy sock base in the colorway Drop That Beat. It's an asymmetrical shawl. Now, I blocked it very, very vigorously because, again, tight gauge, but tight knitter. But I made it so I could wear it like this, like that, or sorry. I know I'm having a hard time breathing, guys. I'm sorry. Or just like a little cholette kind of thing. But we all know how I'm going to really wear it. It's going to be like that. But I love the pattern. I absolutely love the yarn to work with. It was my first time working with Tristan's yarn and Dragon Horde yarn. And this influenced many purchases later on because it's so squishy. So it's a 75-25, 462 yards, fluffy sock base. And it's so fluffy and squishy. And I love it. I love it. I love it. So that made it so that I could How long am I on? That's it. So I bought more, and you'll see later on what I'm going. I casted it on, but I only did the first 3 rows, so there was nothing to show. But I casted on the moving to the country shawl. You guys will see that next time because it'll have more work done to it. Last finished object is and it's still damp. I just finished it this afternoon and started to block it, but it wasn't dry, so here we go. Is my watermelon ice cowl. The pattern is the upstairs downstairs cowl by someone, I don't remember their name. And the yarn is Dragonfly Fibers in their sport weight in the colorway Watermelon Head. Now, as I was making it, I made a lot of mistakes in this one. A lot of mistakes. Do I mind the mistakes? No, because it still came out very nice. Am I going to make another one the right way? Definitely. It's a pay-for pattern. I can't really go into detail what I did to mess it up, but I messed it up. It doesn't look like upstairs, downstairs eyelets, but I vigorously blocked it so I could do this and wear it like that. The next one I make will be the smaller size, now that I know I can stretch it out a little bit. And it's going to be made out of fingering, I believe. Excuse me. Because I don't have any more sport weight. And the sport weight yarn I am not making a cowl with. Because it's meant for a turtle. Sorry. Though, with Rhinebeck right around the corner, and I got my Rhinebeck tickets. If anybody else is going to Rhinebeck, shoot me a message because I want to do a little meetup. Yes, there's the podcast meetup, but I still want to do a little tiny meetup. Just to say hello and, whatever. Put faces with names and things like that. Anyway, this is, with Rhinebeck coming up, I know I could stock up. Now, on sport weight, I have no intentions on buying Miss Babs or Dragonfly Fibers. The only Miss Babs I will definitely get in Dragonfly Fibers, other than, if I can get my hands on it, they're Rhinebeck New York Sheep and Wool colorways. If I can't, I can't. They're both in high demand, so I'm not gonna do a Black Friday lunge for the rack kind of thing happening. I'm not gonna. I don't see the point in it. It's yarn. I rather, if I can't get it, I can't get it. But yeah, this is wet and it's making my neck cold instead of warm. But that's how I plan on wearing it doubled up. Okay, that's it for finished objects. This is going to be a short podcast this week, people. Aren't you proud of me? Okay. With that said, I am going to go into acquisitions. Let me move this stuff to over there. Oh, on the couch. Okay. You always know. Speaking of Rhinebeck. Okay. You know what? Let me start with the project bags I got. Yeah. First project bag I got, it was a special request, and see? Yes, I'm a New Yorker. Yes, I'm a New York Mets fan. No, I'm not a Yankee fan. I am a Kansas City Royals fan. I have 3 baseball teams that I absolutely adore. Mets being number 1, Kansas City Royals being number 2, Baltimore Orioles being number 3. If you notice, the Mets are the only National League team that I enjoy because they're my heart and soul. But I wanted this bag. I've been wanting this bag, and I actually harassed Ann Brody of Solution USA to find this fabric for me so I could have a bag. So I got the bag, medium size, notions pouch, because you can't have a bag without a notions pouch, and the matching strap. So there's that. And that's it on that one. Okay. You know what? I'm going to put this with the... Yeah. I got my kit from the Tortoise vs. Hare kit. And I got the large tortoise bag. So pretty. But I got the second... I got pink. Pink and purple's on my thing. And the first skein I got was purple, which you guys, I believe, saw already. So this is it. This is my... Maybe not. Is it over here still? No. Okay. Oh, it's there. Okay. You guys will see it next time. But this is the kit I got, and I got my stitch markers with it. So I don't. When Alicia told me how many people got what, I didn't take into account mine. So I sent her stitch markers for me, and I was dope because she just had to send them back. Whatever. Not a big deal. But yeah, this is the yarn I got. I'm so excited. She knows me so well. But there's that. My kit, which I'm casting on ASAP. After Stitches Midwest happened, the bag designer I love that goes to all the Stitches events, but does not go to any of the Sheep and Wool Fests because they tell her she's not fiber related enough. She did a live sale online, and I was actually in the middle of my VKN while this live sale was happening, so I had no clue what I was buying. Come to find out, I bought these 2 bags. I don't remember. But yeah, they're both the same. Actually, I bought 2 smalls, which are hat or sock size, and I got 1 small project bag, not sock bag, and 1 sweater size bag. So I contacted, they said just keep it. It was their mistake. But I paid for the 2 socks, the 2 sock ones. There's this one, which is a sweater bag, and it's Doctor Who sheeple with the sayings. Bow ties are cool, Geronimo, wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey stuff. And I am getting cold on FaceTime. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that. Hello, sweetie. We are all just stories. In the end, just make up your ending or something like that. Fish sticks and custard. Run, you elevate, a clever boy, and remember me. So you get Allons-y. I love that. You want weapons? We're in a library. Books are the best weapons in the world. Yeah. So Bad Wolf. I'm reading the whole bag too, but that's what this is the sweater size, and this is the small. Now this is an envelope. This doesn't have a box bottom, so I don't know exactly what. I'll figure it out. Probably hats and gloves and stuff. Yep, that's it for project bags. Next up is from, I did an order with Molly Klein Designs. I love her yarn. But I needed needle keepers, so I placed this order, and she messaged me going, Laura, I'm doing an update with my yarn later. I'm going to hold off on doing your needle holders so that you can see the yarn first so we can ship it together. I love Molly. She's amazing. And I got these 2 needle keepers. One is Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas, and the other one is Sleeping Beauty. One's for 6-inch, one's for 8-inch, though I'm probably going to use them both for 6-inch. I love her bags, as you can see, but I also love her yarn. And I got these 2. This is her Sweet Tea Yarns by Molly Klein Designs, and it's the Sweet Sock Base. It's 100 grams, 436 yards, 75.25, and it's dyed with love. This is I Put a Spell on You, and this is grape soda. Both same amount of yards, both base, both everything. I bought these to go together. And I plan on making an Easy A shawl out of this. I thought these 2 together would be so cute, and it'll make them Easy A. Just keep going and going and going, and I, figured out how to do that. So there's that. Okay. Let's try them hard. That's that way. Low. And that's Dragon Horde. Okay, now I had placed an order for Dragon Horde yarn because I've been in love with this base since she first saw it. And Tristan actually came in on my VKN that night, right after I placed the order too, and it was awesome. So I placed an order for that for myself, and I placed an order for this for you guys because I want to be able to share her yarn with you guys. If someone hasn't worked with it, I want it to reach more people because this yarn is amazing. And this is her Dragon Scales base, which I don't think she's making anymore, but I know for a fact this is a one-of-a-kind colorway because she said she can't remember how she did it. So this is for you, and the colorway is Zombie Fodder. I'm not gonna lie, I bought it and debated on whether or not to keep it for myself. That's how squishy and gorgeous it is. But I'm sharing the wealth. I bought this one for me. This one is 75.25, 462. This is the fluffy sock base, and it's eaten by a wolf. It's so squishy. This is going to be socks, though. I'm definitely making this into socks. Well, when I purchased this one, literally while we were on the VKN, because I was like, I need something. You can't go on a VKN and not look through people's shops. It's impossible. It really is impossible. So I didn't know she was doing this. So when I got the package, I felt 2 skeins, and I'm like, well, she sent me another half of a skein that I needed to finish a project, which was the move it to the country shawl. So I knew that there was going to be 2 in there, but I felt weird, and it was bigger than what it was. She sent this as a donation. This is as bright as you're seeing it, gorgeous, and it's her fluffy sock base, 75.25, 462 yards, and the colorway is Dinosaurs. Roar! Love it. Thank you again, Tristan. I sent you a message, but in case you watch this, thank you again. It's so squishy. I absolutely love it. I love it. Now, see how much I love you guys? Okay. Okay. And it came in her Ziploc bag. I know they're always joking about Ziploc bags, but I don't see the problem with Ziploc bags. It keeps them healthy, I guess you could say, but is that, yeah, okay. And then I went on again and went to Yarn Cafe Creations. They are going to be the death of me, these 2 ladies, which is fine. I don't think they mind. But in trusty little Ziploc bags, I ordered this one first, and this one is the fluffy sock base. This is from Yarn Cafe Creations, who is Tristan's mom, Christy Houghton. And it's 462 yards, 75.25, and this one is mermaid mini skirt. Look how gorgeous this is. Oh, love it. And this one is the same base, Lavender Fields. I kind of wanted to put these 2 together, but looking at it now, they don't go, so I can't put these 2 together. But look how gorgeous they are, and they're so squishy. Oh my goodness, they're squishy. I'm set for life with squishiness. Okay. I did the T-button Harry Potter surprise yarn box thing for the month of August. And I signed up for the month of September too, but I did it for Shimmer Sock. And this is the Harry Potter Yarn Club. This is what I got. Sorry for the crinkling. Actually, sorry, not sorry. I don't mind it. It just means yummy goodness is coming out of it. And this is the colorway Bully Grubs, I believe it is. And it's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. Love it. It is 75.25, 75 superwash, 20 nylon, 5% stellina, and it's 438 yards. This is going to be, I don't want to say socks, but it's going to be socks, probably. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I got to find the perfect pattern for it. I was actually, in all honesty, was going to do a Lolo Did It hippo out of it. That's going to be my first knitted toy, but I found another yarn that I absolutely love, and it's by Crystal Skies hand-dyed, and check and see if I have the project bag over there. Oh, it's right here. In my April 9 Designs project bag. I haven't started it yet, but it's this yarn. I don't have the card in here right now. I forgot the colorway name, but it's an MCN, but I'm making a toy out of it. I don't care. Okay, there's that. Now, okay. I bought 2 skeins of Miss Babs to make socks because I absolutely love them, and they're definitely going to be socks. This one is in the Hot Shot 80-20, 400 yards in the colorway Zombie Prom. Now, I didn't get this caked up because this isn't going to be the one that's going to be the next socks I make. This one is. And this, I have 100% superwash merino in this to make fingerless mitts out of, and or a hat. But this one is Hot Shot again in the colorway Banshee, and this is going to be the next cast on for socks. And last 2 skeins, last but certainly not least, are Lolo Did It. Kind of random blast of Ziploc bag in there. This one is, Lolo did it, 75.25. It's for everyday sock. And I believe it's everyday sock. Yep, everyday sock, 75.25, 463 yards in the colorway Go Hawks. Now, I'm not a football person. I am not a Seattle Seahawks person. I love these colors, and that's why I got it. So I know some people are judging me for it because I'm not a Seahawks fan, but I bought it because I like the colors. I wish they had Royals because I would definitely jump on that. The blue and gold. And last but not least is another Lolo did it in everyday sock. And this I have been eyeing for a good month. And this is the colorway Boombastic. I love it. It's gorgeous. This isn't going to be socks though. This is going to be a shawl. But that's about it. And I showed you my needles already that I ordered and got. Oh, I didn't show you my stitch markers from Simply Serving HK. Gear up for this. This is adorable. It's peanut butter jelly. It's peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly time. Where you at? Where you at? Look how cute this is. And then she had turtles, and I had to get the turtles. I'm sorry. There's this one. And look how cute this one is. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm dying here. That's why they're still in here, because they're too cute to use. Why I buy them when I can't use them? I don't know. So that's the story. I'm sticking to it. The book I am reading. Oh, the books that I bought. The book I'm currently reading is a sci-fi a young adult book. I read these books when I can't think, and with the polarity happening here, I read the young adult books because I just want an easy read, and I'll get through this in a day. I just literally read the first page today because I just got it in the mail today. And it's Cinder, the Lunar Chronicles. It's basically a twist to the Grimm's fairy tales. And it caught my eye, and I got it. I forgot what website. The Book Depository. It's a UK-based book website, but the prices are reasonable even with the shipping. And I don't care if I have to wait 2 weeks. It's a book. I'll wait. But I'm slowly, because I got I ordered Hufflepuff today. Collecting the first Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone books, but they have them in the house colors. Ravenclaw, Gryffindor. Okay? I ordered Hufflepuff today, and then when that comes, I'm going to order Slytherin. But yes, it's the same book. I have to have them all 4 house colors. I'm a Harry Potter person. I'm sorry. But this was to celebrate the 20 years of magic, Harry Potter magic, and they released them with, just in the house colors. Nothing has changed. The only difference is that this is the UK version, Philosopher's Stone, whereas the US is Sorcerer's Stone. So the language in it is a little bit different, but not to the point where you can notice. That's it. I pre-ordered the 3rd Harry Potter illustrated book. I have the first 2. I pre-ordered the Chamber of Secrets. Prisoner of Azkaban, excuse me. And I call myself a Harry Potter fan. That's it. That's what's I'm reading and what I am doing. I gotta put all this yarn away. I gotta find a spot for it, because I don't think I have a spot for it. Shh. Just have to cast on all the things now. I think that'll work. These 2 have to go into the prize pool. These 2 are actually 2 of the prizes for Tortoise vs. Hare. So, put them in a Ziploc bag and store them away. But I want to say thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking with me, even though I'm very winded and very annoying. Excuse me. And I hope to see you guys next time. I'm going to keep it every 2 weeks on a Wednesday, just so that if I can't do it on a Wednesday, it'll be on a Thursday or a Tuesday. but I'm going to do it every Wednesday more than likely. Be on the lookout in my Ravelry group because I'm going to start a thread because I'm opening up my Etsy shop. My Etsy shop is currently open. I have 3 things listed. I have to finish and take pictures of the other things I made. I'm basically making stitch markers and progress keepers. You guys have seen them for the most part with pen, hook, and needles, but I'm going to show some now that I just recently made. I just recently made these Halloween ones for myself. The ones I'm showing you are the ones I made for myself. It's a progress keeper, and it's gone batty. And you got the witch's shoe as I drop it on the table. I mean, basic things like that. Cauldron. But these ones are for me, so I should show you things that you guys can't have. I have plenty of turtles and plenty of bunnies. I also have baseball, which I'm about to show you now because I have it pictured. I just have to list it. Listing things individually is very, very tedious on that site. I just want everybody to know, and I want everybody to appreciate the work that people put into it to list their stuff because it's not easy. Here is a baseball glove, stitch marker. Here is a baseball hat, stitch marker. Here is a baseball stitch marker. And here's another baseball glove, a different kind of glove in a progress keeper. So there's that. I have, like I said, plenty of turtles, plenty of everything. Just be on the lookout. I'm going to create a thread eventually just to make the announcements of me updating my Etsy shop. I better pick that up before the dog comes in here because the dog will eat that. Okay. That's it. That's it. I can't think of anything else to say. Thank you all for watching and sticking through it, and I will see you in 2 weeks.